Hi everybody, my name is Jim Brogan, and today I want to talk to you about individual freedom versus moral crimes. The Declaration of Independence, which is an important foundational document of this country. It was our justification for breaking loose from England, and so its words should have enormous weight when talking about our freedoms and the rights that we should have. And Thomas Jefferson, in writing the Declaration of Independence, stated that we have certain inalienable rights. And among these, not all of them, but among these, are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, life, the right to live, a lot of people would deny us that. The right to liberty, that is freedom to decide where you want to go, what you want to do, who you want to be with, freedom. A lot of people would deny us that. And the pursuit of happiness, the right to pursue our dreams, to pursue what makes us happy. But what if that's against somebody else's morals? Should we be allowed to do things that offend someone else's morals? I say yes. I say, what do your morals have to do with my life? What do your religious beliefs have to do with my choices, my life, my liberty, my happiness? Your morality has nothing to do with me. Live by your morals. Leave me out of it. So laws that are based on morality offend me. Among these are prostitution, adultery, fornication, polygamy, both polyandry and polygyny, sodomy, fellatio, cunnilingus, etc. These are all things that at one time or another have been against the law in different states and are still on the books waiting to be made laws again as soon as the Supreme Court rules that it's okay for those laws to go back into force. Let's break them down. Prostitution. Prostitution has been around as long as there has been civilization. One could even argue that many women marrying men for their money are in fact prostitutes. There's no difference between marrying a man for his money and sleeping with a man for his money. What's the difference? You marry him, you sleep with him, but it's for money. One's legal, the other's not. Why? Right now, prostitution is illegal in 49 of the 50 states and only legal in a few counties in Nevada and under very strict controls. Those strict controls in Nevada, because it's legal there and controlled, allow the women to earn a good living for what they do, allow them protection against diseases, allow their customers protection against diseases, allow them protection from abuse. All of the negatives that people will bring up about prostitution, the human trafficking, child endangerment, the forced prostitution, all of those things are the result of it being illegal and driven underground. See, prostitution's never going to go away. As long as men have dicks and women want money, there's going to be prostitution. It's just a simple fact. A lot of women would rather make money having sex. A lot of women enjoy sex so much that making money having sex is their dream career. And there are men that way too, gay and heterosexual. There are people who simply couldn't think of a better way to make money. They love it. But because of it being illegal, there are also people who are forced into it, some of them as children. But because it's illegal, they're afraid to turn to anybody for help. They don't know where to go or what to do. The authorities themselves are against them. This is wrong. Prostitution absolutely should be legal so that it can be controlled and regulated by the government, and the people participating in the industry can be protected from all the many abuses that the industry is known for. So that's my take on prostitution. Adultery and fornication. I know adultery is a hotbed issue. If somebody makes a commitment to you and then breaks that commitment by sleeping with someone else, it is upsetting. It is very upsetting. But what caused it? Shouldn't this be an issue between the individuals and not an issue for the government to step in? Shouldn't two people work this out and figure out, okay, why is one cheating? Does it have to do with sexual needs that are not being met? Or maybe it's emotional needs that are not being met. Or maybe a man or a woman just needs more than what their spouse can provide. This is why I am for allowing polygamy, both polyandry and polygyny, because sometimes one woman just is not enough for a man. And sometimes one man is just not enough for a woman. And it's not necessarily all about the sex. Sometimes there are other needs, other emotional needs, other psychological needs that one person just can't fill and another person is necessary for. And sometimes it is about the sex. Some women are insatiable and one man just can't handle it. And some men are insatiable and one woman just can't handle it. As long as people are being honest with each other, as long as people are being honest with each other and no one's getting hurt, I see no reason for the state to step in, make a law that says nobody can do this. Only religion gives the foundation for doing this. And we're supposed to be in a country where freedom of religion is enshrined in our Constitution. Yet religions that practice polygamy have been persecuted in this country and their practice made illegal. Why? Because we deferred to another religion. Because we made another religion more powerful than the others. We took away freedom of religion to impose this law on everybody. It's just wrong. Absolutely, completely wrong. And because it's illegal, again, we have many, many, many abuses of it. Child wives and stuff like that. If it's legal and out in the open, again, we can regulate it. We can go, hey, wait a minute. It's okay to have 6 wives or 6 husbands, but you can't marry them when they're 12 or 13. You gotta wait until they're grown and give their own consent. You can't, yeah? So that's my take on polygamy. Fornication, let's face it, it is not safe to be promiscuous. Running around sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry will get you diseases. It will cause unwanted pregnancies. It's just a miserable, miserable choice. I don't recommend it, but I don't think it should be illegal. Because again, it's based on religion, and we are supposed to have freedom of religion. And not all religions, although I will buy far most, are against fornication. But not all. And because there are exceptions, the majority, no matter how large that majority is, does not have a right to force their will on the minority. That's just wrong. This is supposed to be a free society. We are supposed to be free. Free to choose our own religious beliefs, free to choose our own way of life. When it comes to sodomy and fellatio, why the hell are you in my bedroom? Why is the government putting its nose in my bed looking at what I'm doing with my spouse? First of all, if you're homosexual, if you're gay, fellatio and sodomy are the only ways that you can have sex. Cunnilingus goes hand in hand with lesbians. That's why those things were made illegal in many states. But they're not exclusively to the LGBTQ community. They are not. And there's no reason for them to be illegal. The government's got absolutely no business in your bedroom. The government has absolutely no business telling me what I can do in the privacy of my own home, in my own bedroom, in my own bed, with my own spouse. That's insane. Whatever your religious beliefs are, You have every right to practice them and follow them. You have absolutely no right to codify them into law and force them on everybody else. And if you don't agree with that, fuck you. Because you and I will go to war over this. It's wrong. Absolutely, completely, and totally wrong to force your morality on other people when it doesn't concern you in any way, shape, or form. Freedom of religion is enshrined in our Constitution. Freedom is our creed. Freedom is our very reason for breaking apart from England and becoming a separate country. Don't you dare step on my freedom. Don't you dare try to take away my freedom by regulating things that are none of your business. All of these things can be abused, but that's why they should be legal. Because when you drive something underground, you cannot control what happens. Only by bringing it into the light of day and regulating things like prostitution and polygamy can you do anything to protect the people who might otherwise be harmed if it's illegal. And the other things just are none of the state's concern, none of the government's concern. You can get kicked out of your church for not obeying your church, but the government should not have the right to arrest you or fine you for living your life as you see fit without hurting anyone else. That's just insane. So, let me know what you think in the comments. Be glad to hear your opinion. I love to debate this issue. But thank you so much. And God bless you. May peace and prosperity follow you all your life.